Hello, Alexis. Could you give an introduction about yourself?
Hey Rokas, my name is Alexis. I'm 24 years old. I live in Dubai, and right now I made a good amount of money thanks to the real world and thanks to the professors and thanks to Tate specifically. So
Okay,
yeah,
very cool. Were you born in Dubai or did you move there?
yeah. I was born and raised here in Dubai, and
Mhm.
it's a really amazing place. I'm not rich though. Don't get it twisted, but yeah, it's an amazing place.
Amazing in what way?
Safety, the people, the kindness, and the cleanliness, it's unbeatable, man, honestly. You would never find anything like this anywhere else.
But the heat is quite beatable, I've heard.
Yeah,
You don't really
I
want to
feel like
be
you've
there.
been here.
So
I feel like you've been here, man. The
I just know a
trauma.
lot of people there. But
Fuck,
yeah.
bro. Right now we're in the middle of summer, so can't imagine. It's like 50 degrees out. I just went out this afternoon,
No,
man, and my head hurts.
50.
Yeah. It feels like
Wow.
50. It's probably less,
Oh,
but my
okay.
head hurts
It's
when I
actually
reach.
just 40. It feels like 50, but it's actually just 40. It's not that bad, dude. 40 degrees.
Yeah, it's not that
Forest
bad, man.
fires in other countries when it's 40 degrees. Nah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, 40 is
All right.
nothing, man. Come on.
Okay, so how did you find out about the real world?
I found out through Andrew Tate, top G. I was watching him for like 8 months to a year now, and I didn't actually have the money to join earlier. And once I had a job, as soon as I got a little bit of money, I started investing because, gotta invest in myself, in our future, work my way up to eventually being financially free.
Hmm. Interesting. What job did you get?
So I
If
work
you
in
don't mind
events.
revealing.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. I work in events and I'm basically the coordinator, team coordinator.
Hmm. And then did the real world contribute to that in any way, or did you get into something
Oh,
else after you joined?
fuck, man. It helped me in a lot of ways, especially Hustlers University, like Tate's old content. So there was that point here where Tate mentioned, like, you always focus on identifying how you can do your job better. And that's what I tried to do. I was new in the industry, I was never in events. So what I did was, even though I knew jack shit, I always found ways to elevate the team, like to learn about this program that's unique to our company, and then like organizing all our folders and all that shit to make our lives easier. Because I'm technically the assistant to all these sales guys, so I do all the dirty work.
Explain a bit more what you do.
So basically, what I do is we have like one director and there's like two sales managers. So whenever they make sales, what they do is they pass on all the paperwork to me, and it's my job to input this into the system and organize it. And our system is like fucking dinosaur, man. Honestly, it's the slowest shit ever. So
Hmm.
that's one of the tasks that I do. Apart from that, we go on site when we have events. So I coordinate with people. I talk to exhibitors, suppliers, and whatever queries they have. It's all random.
Hmm.
So
Okay,
whatever.
and so how does the real world contribute to this? You're saying past HU lessons a bit more in depth on that?
Yeah, of course, of course. So there's one point here. One second, if I could go to my notes a little bit. Yeah. So when before I joined the company, um, I actually didn't know like this industry as a whole. But in Hustlers University in Taste Lessons, there's one lesson there. I forgot which one, but he talks about something about network. Like your network is everything, and those are the people that help you. So what happened was I got this job through a friend, a friend of my sister. So I got the job. I started as a telemarketing agent, and then when I was a telemarketing person, it was a temporary job. So the way things work here in the UAE, you don't get to be a full-time employee until like they sponsor your visa. So it's
Hmm.
not like you can go from job to job easily. It's very difficult to actually land like a permanent job. So I was working temporary for this company, But then what I did was when I was there, I was making friends with my manager, with the other people in the company, building my network, and eventually I got my manager like was impressed by me, so she helped me get the job that I have now. So I see. I guess that's one of the lessons where that's one of Tate's lessons about network. So that's what I was trying to build. Like I wanted to have a job, I wanted to have something stable, and then I got it.
Okay. But that's how did it help you implement? Because let's say your network is your net worth, that's good to
Hmm.
know, but
Hmm.
it doesn't really tell you how to build up a network. So is that something you learned through the real world or
Exactly.
somewhere else?
Mostly about the real world. Mostly there, just the network there.
Okay,
Like I
let's
surrounded
do more.
myself. Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, what insights stand out to you from Professor Arnold's lessons or Business Mastery Campus, which
Mhm.
contributed to your win?
Okay. To my win, mostly it's from Andrew Tate's Hustlers University. All those lessons. But to my current progress now, like I'm progressing to a more sales role. So that's the lessons that contributed from Arno's course mainly is prospecting, prospecting leads, like why he loves scripts, the qualifying, and then like when you're on a call with a person, you talk to them in a consultative way, and not like in a hardcore selling. Like, okay, you buy this shit. I don't care about you. Just buy what I tell you to buy. So the way he approached it is more, like consulting. It's like a conversation with a person. So right now I'm transitioning into a more sales role. And what happened with while my workers were teaching me all these things, what they didn't know was Arno already taught me a lot of these. So it was it was a combination of both. Like, okay, thank you for teaching me, but this guy already taught me. So that made
Hmm.
me like a bit more ahead in that respect. But I still allowed them to teach me because I'm never like closed off to knowledge.
Hmm. Okay, so it helped you advance in your position. It's interesting
Oh
because
yeah.
usually from the real world, people learn new skills and then they monetize that skill. But for
Mm-hmm.
you, it was you're already in an existing corporate setting and it's
Mm-hmm.
helping you advance within it.
Mm-hmm.
So, in terms of monetary gain, what can you reveal that you can attribute to the real world?
Yeah, of course. So because of my overperformance, because I did and applied the lessons from Masters University, and I sneaked in a little bit of sales there, here and there. Whenever my colleagues get some inquiries, so I try and call them. Thanks to Arno, qualify and talk about like, hey, how much space do you need? Okay, just try and have a conversation with them. So that contributed to my overperformance, and I gained about $1,300 by conversion because it's like
Hmm.
5,000 in dirhams, but in dollars it's like 1,300.
Hmm. Okay. And where do you see this progressing for you in the short term, medium term, long term? Are you planning on getting into other campuses? Are you going to continue advancing in your current role? Do you have other plans?
Yeah, I'm more leaning towards content creation now. I'm actually more focused there because right now I'm mixing sales and content creation, but then I feel like AI and then building a personal brand that has more of a future for me because I really want to transition to like life outside corporate and more do my own thing. So that's what I'm focused on now.
And what about in terms of time spans? So short term, medium term, long term. Where do you
Long
see yourself?
term, yeah, long term, I want to build a personal brand like by talking on camera, similar to how like Tate does it, similar to how other personalities does it on YouTube. So I want to build up more content and then sell through me, through my own personal brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then short term,
Short term, this my job. This is short term
just
at the
advancing in
moment.
your job.
Yeah, progress from like learn as much as possible. Whatever I learn in sales mastery, I try and do my best to get as much money as possible because I can't quit it just yet until I like my side hustles start making their own money.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
that's yeah, yeah.
Is there any difference in your average day since you've joined the real world?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Seriously, it's a lot. It's actually pretty overwhelming if you think about it, because there's so many notifications, there's so much shit happening, everything's being updated on daily basis. But like specifically on AI, bro, my overview changed. Like everyone around me is actually not that updated, and thanks to whatever I'm learning here, I'm more aware compared to them. Like with Mid Journey, um, Stable Diffusion, those things. So I'm hopeful to like find a way to make some money off of that. Honestly, bro, before I was more talk. I was like, yeah, I'll do this. I'll definitely do this now, and then I don't do it. But then because now you got daily lessons, you got milestones to reach in the real world. Now I'm actually doing it every day. I'm doing something every day. I'm learning at least one module a day or one video or three videos a day. I'm actually doing what I'm saying I'm gonna do. So
Hmm.
I'm more active now compared to before. I'm less talk, more action.
Hmm. Okay. Any other aspects that you can think about in terms of how your average day has changed? Or was it mainly just that?
That's the biggest one, man.
Okay.
Honestly, I was all talk.
Hmm. And what would you say was the biggest challenge you faced when you were implementing lessons from the real world?
The biggest challenge is just where to implement it, because there's a lot of lessons and it's a lot of useful information and more targeted information. But the struggle is to find like where, okay, where do I find the clients and where what platform do I use to actually make money from all these lessons? So at the moment, I'm figuring out the side hustle part. But for the part that I can apply in my job, that's what I'm doing.
And what about the material within the real world? So you've said you've went through the original HU lessons,
Mhm,
sales lessons from Ono. Now you're
mhm,
going through content creation. How different
mhm.
is all that material compared to what's out on the internet?
It's incomparable, bro. The fuck? Honestly, it's incomparable. Lessons are being updated like almost every day actually. So whatever people teach you, like the videos are short. When I signed up at first, I was like, okay, this is too short. I'm not used to this. Is it like, is it a scam or some shit like that? But then when I watched it one by one, I was like, oh, because they actually just tell you the point. They get to the point. So that's the biggest thing for me. It's
Hmm.
more targeted information that
And
what you actually need to know.
then what about the community within the real world? Did they have any kind of impact on you?
Man, honestly, I haven't interacted much with the community just as of yet.
Okay,
But I've been doing the
that's fair.
submissions for UGC, but I haven't interacted much.
Hmm. Okay, okay. And what kind of an impact has Tate had on you since
Shit,
you've been
bro.
watching him for 8 months now or so?
Well, number one thing before this, like I said, I was all talk, less action. I was always gonna. I'm always saying, okay, I'm gonna do this at that day at that specific time, but then I don't do it. I get lazy and I let my feelings get the best of me. But then this guy shaped me up. He was like, "Fuck your feelings, do it anyway. Fuck if you're sick, do it anyway. Do some fucking push-ups, work out every day, and do it because it's your responsibility. Nobody gives a shit about your feelings. If you say you gotta be about it. You gotta be the man that you say you're gonna be.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm doing. Every day I'm doing something to push myself.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, in terms of questions, that's pretty much everything from my end. So to wrap up, for people who think the real world could be a scam for the $50, what
Hmm.
advice would you have to them?
You're fucking idiots. I'm sorry. Like, ah, try it out. Try it out. Honestly, $50 for the best moments and the best lessons of your life. It's not even that much. Honestly, it's underpaid. It's undervalued. It should be worth more than that. Like the lessons they teach you and the principles and the values that they teach you. Like I joined copywriting at first. This guy, he didn't teach me about copywriting at the beginning. It's more about principles. And he told me to do some push-ups. So they don't just prepare you for lessons, they prepare you for life. It's principle,
Mhm.
foundation, and then we get to the lessons. So this is the only thing. This is the only place where you can learn all these things from the ground up. So for $50, man, that's nothing.
Right, completely agreed. So thank you for your answers and for coming on. For people who want to find out more about you or contact you, why can they do so?
Yeah, sure. So I have my Instagram, alexis.josh, which I will share with Rokas. And I also have my YouTube channel on the same name, Alexis Josh, and my film channel at New Flavor, Neuflavor.
I'll add those to the description of the video. And yeah, Alexis, was an interesting conversation. Next time we call, I'll want to update again and see how you're doing. Maybe by then your personal brand has taken off and you're making like 20K a month from it. We'll have to see.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully. Yeah.
But yeah, that was just me saying something random. But hey, whatever, maybe you will find something, a good niche. Maybe something will hit off. Maybe you'll find something else you'll do from the real world. But yeah, I look forward to seeing how things progress. So
Thank you very
until
much.
next time, all the best to you.
You too, Rokas. Nice talking to you.